everyone! You saw the title already, right? Today we're talking about Higgsfield AI. But here's the interesting part. What if Higgsfield AI could help you create both images and videos? Today, Higgsfield AI works with several agents. It connects directly to Claude, OpenClaw, Hermes, and NVIDIA's NemoClaw. That means you can give Higgsfield a real brain, so it can build products for you, or even help you set up an entire business from scratch. Alright, let's get started. First, open Higgsfield AI through the direct link I put in the video description below. Right on its homepage, you'll see a section called Higgsfield MCP. You can also open MCP from the menu at the top. Click Higgsfield MCP, and you'll see a step-by-step guide for adding Higgsfield to Claude. Right now, it supports 4 direct agent integrations. Those 4 are Claude, OpenClaw, Hermes, and NVIDIA's NemoClaw. Since Claude AI is currently the most popular option, that's the one I'll demonstrate today. The setup is very straightforward, and the page already shows every step. For step 1, open Claude settings using this link. The link takes you straight into Claude. From there, click your profile in the corner, and then choose Settings. Once you're inside Settings, open the Connectors section, then click Add a Custom Connector right here, and enter Higgsfield as the name. You can actually name it anything you like, but I'll call mine Higgsfield. Now return to the MCP page and find Add a Custom Connector. Copy the remote MCP link shown on this page. Then go back to Claude, paste it into the MCP URL field, and click Add. Once you've added it, Claude will automatically connect to the Higgsfield account that's already signed in on this browser. If you aren't signed in yet, just log into your Higgsfield account. It's very simple. After that, open Config and set the permission mode to Need Approval. Next, choose Always Allow. I'm going to allow every permission here, but you can turn off any specific permission you don't want Claude to use. I'm giving it full access for this demonstration, and then I'll click Save. Now let's make sure the connector works by opening a completely new chat. Now let's test it by asking Claude to make an image. I'll use a very simple prompt and specifically request Higgsfield's GPT Image 2 model. Create an image that shows the power of Higgsfield connected to Claude. This is the prompt I'll use. First, I'll tell it to use the Higgsfield integration we just connected. Then I'll ask for GPT Image 2, the model from ChatGPT, and ask it to generate the image.
Ok, thì bây giờ mình sẽ bấm gửi.
Now Claude begins working directly with Higgsfield to create the image. As you can see here, it successfully finds and selects the GPT Image 2 model. It generates the image at the highest quality setting, analyzes the request, improves the prompt on its own, and then produces the final image for us. You can download the result right here, or click Recreate to generate another version. That's Higgsfield working directly inside Claude, in a very simple example. So this is why using Higgsfield inside Claude is so convenient. Claude is already very powerful, and you can even control this workflow from its mobile app. Claude can even control your computer, which lets you automate and streamline much more of the workflow. Now, let me show you a more practical business example. For this example, I'll say that I want to start a business and ask Claude to act as my creative director, brand designer, and professional video producer. I tell it that I want to build a fruit juice brand called Fruit 67, and I provide specific requirements for the images and promotional videos. This is what the full project brief looks like. I'll send it now, and I've instructed the workflow to stop after each step and ask me before it continues. It lists options for me to choose from.
Thì nó liệt kê ra những cái option này rồi.
For this demonstration, I'll choose Concept 3, and then select Step 1, which is to create the initial images. This back and forth keeps the workflow on track, because lots of images and videos can burn credits. I'll press Enter. Claude now calls Higgsfield and chooses Nano Banana Pro. Because I didn't specify an image model earlier, it automatically uses that model by default. It gives me 3 visual options to choose from, A, B, and C. For this example, I'm going to select option A. Now let's create an impactful ad and an authentic review video with Seedance 2.0. This is currently one of the highest tier video models available, so I'll tell Claude to generate it with Seedance 2.0 and then press Enter to continue. Claude asks Higgsfield to create the videos from that option using Seedance 2.0. It returns two results. The first is the ad, and the second is the review. Let's watch the ad first. The prompt is still basic because I let it create the ad freely. For better results, give it more specific ideas or stronger ad references. What matters here is that without leaving Claude, I can ask Higgsfield to take this single image and turn it into a complete finished video for me. Now, let's watch the review video next.
Ooh.
Pretty good, right? It added sound effects and handled everything. One prompt turns an image into a Seedance 2.0 video inside Claude. This is really useful. You can also ask Claude to write complete, ready to post captions for TikTok, YouTube, or whatever platform you're publishing on. You can also set up time-saving workflows. Claude has agents that can integrate skills, for example, on a 6-hour schedule. For example, tell it to create 100 images with GPT. Define the schedule and all the parameters, and it will automatically call Higgsfield whenever the workflow runs. It can automatically choose the right model and create the videos for you. So that's a quick overview of what Higgsfield MCP can do. Want a deeper tutorial on a use case? Comment below. To use Higgsfield, check the link in the description, or visit Higgsfield AI directly to try this MCP. Thanks for watching.